Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of our 4th Age Total War campaign as Harad. And in the last one, we took Umbar. We took Umbar City itself. And as I was saying, in that last episode, it's these kind of back and forth moments are really fun in this Harad campaign, where we were close to this, maybe on a couple of prior occasions. We could have gone for it. Instead of going for Harad, arguably, we could have made a drive to Umbar City, right? And maybe that would have worked. But we were, a couple of episodes ago, kind of thinking we were maybe going to lose this. And so we destroyed everything, including the port, and moved back because we didn't think that we had the strength in the area. So after a couple more, probings in this area, we were finally able to take Umbar. So anyway, that worked out really well, but we're not done yet because there are still forces in the area. We saw that Umbar is still training troops. There are a decent number of troops in both of these forts. Just a few, they can be troublesome. And then we've got some people around here. So Athendad is kind of their new capital. It is their new capital, and it's a place where I'm sure they can train stuff that would be very annoying to us. So we can't just stop here. I think what I'm going to do... Geez, it's kind of tempting to take this army out of the city right now. Let's see, what is this guy? He's not a governor of anything, which is probably good. He's an inept governor. And he doesn't have, really good traits. He's unintelligent. He's unlearned. Yeah, so we'll keep him out of the city, I think. What we're going to do first is let's try to deal with this army. I'm not quite sure what's in there. Let's see, do we have a spy? We're training another one. So yeah, let's take that guy out. Okay, 2 swords, a skirmisher, and an infantry archer. Well, yeah, I think we can do that pretty handily. Let's go right back here. We need to get ourselves in I think, in a good position to quickly subdue all of this, even if it means that we can't afford to build everywhere. We want to make sure we don't have to keep defending all of this newly acquired land, because our economy is not totally settled yet. We've still got war with Khand over in the east, and we've got a lot of provinces that don't have really the basic infrastructure, because we can't really afford it. Alright, let's just do this for now. Oh, okay, they're on the other hill. Let's see, I don't know if they're gonna stick around, honestly. But we want to, kill this army, then go, I think, back towards Harad, or back towards Umbar. Maybe use this army to take out the southern fort, while the garrison that's currently in Umbar takes that northern fort. And then moves back towards... What is the settlement on the inland? It's not... Is it Akasanaban? I think it might be. So I think that's going to be the plan. We want to take that next. And Umbar is relatively easy to bottle up. It's out on the end of that peninsula. And so I know it can produce troops. We definitely want to get it. But the one that's in the middle of the new territory that we own, the one that can strike east, north, and west, that is the city we need to get. See if we can maneuver them down into the pit down here on the left. These guys are good, these archers of Harad, so I really want to stay out of their range. Okay, they're coming though. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. Alright, what I need to do, because I got my cavalry in the back, it's making this grouping hard, is do this. Okay, is that their sword? Yeah, alright, we'll run over here. I know they got another unit of swords. Wait, we want to make sure they're... Okay, that actually works. When all your cavalry is grouped together, there can be a problem in that they will seek targets on their own, which is, on the one hand, great. Oh, that was kind of unexpected. Alright, then let's go after the swords. And you can follow those swords. Okay, this didn't work out nearly as well. Oh. I think we're going to get there, but let's try to avoid losing a general. Okay, they came back, actually. We're going to throw javelins again. Do this. This might put them into a rout. Yep.
This general is the perfect enemy. He does not stand but runs away. Enemy general has been killed. Now we will...
Alright, that should be it actually. I think we can end the battle here. We've got over 85% kills. So they should just melt away.
Victory is ours, mighty one.
Alright, we got all of our family members still. That's one of the important things. Oh, and a very nice mercenary. I guess this is as far west as we can find these guys. You won't find them in Umbar. Yeah, I think I will pick you up. Maybe not the spears just yet. And let's pull back towards the city. Let's go... Let's just set a path for that fort. Alright, okay, we're retraining a bunch of troops here. 20. Okay, so it's all the mercenaries. So we're going to take everybody else.
Sire, orders, orders. Captain, my liege, orders. Move out.
Alright, that's just fine.
Orders. Onward. Attack. Besieging
Alright, Pinumbar Fortress. Yeah, we can go ahead and do this. We're going to have to assault, which is annoying. But fort assaults are usually not too bad. Now that we've got all these spies in the area, we can afford to use them. So we'll have this guy just station himself here. Here's the new ruler. Jabber of Umbar Headland. I've got a couple of swords with him. And this is a mustering fields level settlement. So this will give him swords, this will give him light cav, some skirmishers, but not too much. Still, swords are a problem, so we'll have to watch out for that. This, I don't know what it has just yet. That's alright. Now, Akazanaban finished its sort of basic recruitment. So, what we're going to need to do to get Mumakil is get up, I think, mustering fields. This might be it. It's not going to show up here because the Mumakil are showing up here, but I think we need a mustering fields and then we can train elephants. Now, that's not going to win the war for us, but it will really be helpful against some of these heavier armored forces that we're going to be fighting up north, like Harandor for one. They're Harandor armsmen. You know, we're allied with these guys for now, right? Obviously, but I don't think that's going to last, right? We need to get 30 provinces. We're sitting right now at 14. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say 5 more with this rebel settlement. Let's say we even take Ur, that's 6. That gets us to 20, we need 10 more. There's 5 in Harandor, right? So we're going to need to go farther north. We're going to be fighting Dunedain, essentially. And that means heavily armored stuff. So a really ridiculously strong shock troop like elephants will be helpful at getting some of those decisive victories. Arguably, it's not necessary because we can do a lot of good stuff with our native troops. Okay, now, speaking of doing good stuff with our native troops, yeah, I guess we're going to want to move up with these troops. Okay. There's a little fort here. Theoretically, we could besiege it. Okay, I think we're good for building for now, anyway. The elves. Okay, that was just a bribery attempt, I suppose. Alright, another siege of Lug. So we will have to address that. Okay, they're sending out small forces that we can take out bit by bit. This looks like it's shaping up to be a siege or a siege relief battle, which I'm fine with. I mean, we could assault right now, but I think I might rather fight this in the field. Alright, Karasnan and Umbar City both got spies. I think that's okay. We've got 1 in each city. And we're the most advanced. Okay, Karenbad Market has been sabotaged. And that is annoying. Okay, that's a Harandor force. So it looks like they lost the fight for Ur and are sending another army to assault it. Let's, I guess we should repair this. What's it going to take? 4,000? Oh, yeah, no. Well, okay, what would that do? It's 100, and it's pop growth. Maybe we'll do it, because we've got the money right now. Okay. Now, I don't want to eliminate Khand. I don't want to take their last settlement, because they will hoard. So we just need to play this game. Kicking them around, buying time. Eventually, if we see a nice big battle we can win that can really hurt their military without wiping out too many of their family members, then I can do that, and then we can put ourselves in a position to besiege them and try to get a protectorate state. It's really hard for some reason to get Khand, at least that I recall. Okay, we can do fiefdom here. Let's do that for sure. 848 minus, 400. So that's kind of decent. And here I think we can also do... Right, this will be Outland. That's 7,000. Ooh. So 1,100 minus 800, 700. Yeah, I don't know. Let's wait for Umbar. I think this will be more lucrative because it still has the port and everything. Okay, so we're going to leave you here. And you are going to come back here. no range stuff, so we've got another one of these battles where we're just fighting a few units. If they do this quickly enough, you know, they're going to weaken themselves to the point where we can take their settlement because they can't, you know, train enough to make up for the losses.
Units! Units! Stand and fight! Units! Forward! Units form up!
Alright, so they'll definitely be up here. And it's good that they don't have archers. What's that? A sword? Yeah, skirmisher and footman. No, that's spears. We might have enough room to try to work him around down the hill.
Units! Units form up! Units!
Alright. We can see what we can do. Like, I'm kind of willing to risk some of my cav here because it's going to be a downhill charge into these skirmishers. Then it's just footmen. And after we can rout them, theoretically, then the spearmen will probably be a pretty easy target. But let's see. We did not get a charge. Alright. Whoops. Let's get you. Try to aim at the footman with a charge. Alright, we're sounding the charge horn. Let's see if this actually works. It's going to come up a little short because they're marching away. Alright, that's that. That is the edge of the map, so let's see. Can we do this? Probably not. No, they're just barely gonna get away.
As enemies, these
Yeah.
men are perfect. They are running from the
Well, we
battle
got,
in
it looks like we got 1 or 4 of them. Okay. Yeah, 78. So we took out a few of them. Very good. We only lost 3 of ourselves. And did they melt away? No, they can't have. We took out like less than a third. Or, well, 2/3. But still, we need to get to 85. Alright, so spearmen are going to go back.
Sire!
Let's see. I think we could put this under siege. I'm a little wary about that.
Forward! Engage the enemy! Besieging settlement, sir! Settlement under siege!
This guy could
sir.
maybe hit us in the back, but I don't think it matters. Okay, all of these are healed up, so we could take them... let's move them to the smaller army, probably.
Sire! 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 Move out!
Right, I think we want to leave like that. We don't want to take out too many more. Okay, losing 8,000. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's 100. This is going to be like... ooh, 400 to 1,200. That's 700 lost. Yeah, okay. So this is still a better deal. It's also going to help public order across the board, which doesn't look bad now, but the problem is we are benefiting from the wonder bonus from having taken the Pillar of Farazan, right? So this is going to decrease over time. It's already down, I think, a bit lower than it was last turn. Okay, so we can't hit him. Yeah, we're down under 10,000 now, and someone came of age in Karenbad, which is our capital. That is perfect. Alright, he's already giving a little bit of a bonus here to repairing costs. We'll leave him there. Someone else may have the title to that province. Okay, Akarn is finished, and Umbar City is finished with provincial pacification. Now, we don't have money to do this. We do. Alright, let's spend it all. So, what's that going to be? 2,500. 1,300 to 3,000. So, 1,600. So, that's going to make us like 900 or so. I think we want to do that. Let's see, 3 seasons for the mustering fields. This is 7 seasons away. Alright, we did not get hit. So we can do a little bit of attacking here. Let's go ahead. I don't think I want to wait.
Prepare for battle.
You know, it is a little annoying. And they do have an archer unit, so this might be annoying, actually. Let's leave them under siege. But let's do this one.
Engage the enemy.
So, they've got skirmishers. I don't think they'll be guarding the walls, though. These forts, you know, if you're new to the mod, you know, they look like settlements, but they are, you know, permanent fortifications is how they're sort of set up. You can see there's not much to them. They use the settlement plan of the fort, the sort of temporary fort. But these don't disappear, and they also tend to have better walls. On the other hand, they can be really easy to take. Although I'm noticing now that this one in particular is not. Let's... Geez, yeah, let's go like right here, I guess. And we'll also throw some of these guys in. We may not need them. Yeah, because everyone's going to be down. They tend not to guard the walls. And I think it's because... Let's see, where does the plaza go to? I think it goes like to the bottom of the wall, but not to the top. The border of the plaza in which the defending units get, you know, infinite morale, right? They can never rout. So for that reason, you don't want them to have infinite morale on the wall, necessarily. That makes it too easy for the defender. Yeah, you can see there's the limit of the plaza right there. So it's kind of a tough balance to walk. There's other ways to do it, you know, but this is the way that we went with.
Your men will soon be on the city defenses.
This does kind of favor the attacker, because you can do this and just capture
The cowardly enemy have lost
the walls.
Send your troops and take
And
the
then
rest
that'll
of the
be...
settlement.
Is that shooting in them, in on them, or not? I can never remember. But basically, you capture the towers, and then usually... Okay, yeah, it doesn't fire on them. I think this is something that I keep forgetting that we did. Maybe this was kind of fixed so as not to make it, like, machine gun deadly for these guys. I guess we'll have to see. But, what can I bring up here? Well, I know that I can retrain these guys. So let's do that. Let's get... these skirmishers are mercenaries, and the Umbar Merc pool, even though you can't train them in Umbar, these guys can be retrained in Umbar. Like, you can't find these mercenaries there, right? Why, what is that? So we'll get here, we'll start throwing down in there. We've got the gate, so we could rush in. But obviously I'd rather do a bunch of damage first. Alright, here we go. We're starting to throw. Okay, maybe I'll bring these mercenaries in. And yeah, we'll just try to fight with all the mercs, because all of these guys can be retrained right at Umbar. Now, the fear effect is not going to help us really at all, because, again, this is the plaza for them.
Awaiting your command.
Alright, now we can bring everybody down.
Move, move.
Okay, where are you guys? Oh, okay. Way over here. Alright, we'll bring you up too. And these spearmen are fighting to the last man, which is shocking.
Ready, hurry. Attack.
Alright, I know we're playing these battles on triple speed, but this is... I view this as a foregone conclusion. It's just a matter of time. So I don't mind
The enemy
rushing
general
through
has
this.
been killed. Now we will see.
Okay, we've got this fort. We lost a lot of men doing it. So some of the forts have a different wall configuration where you can approach completely safely. And if they don't have ranged units inside, then it's pretty much free pickings, because if you get archers up on those walls, you can hit pretty much everything in the area. So we've got Harad Fortress. We're going to just occupy this. Now what you can do with these settlements is there are a few buildings you can make. Now, we don't need to in this case, because Harad has made it for us. We're the same culture, and so we can, theoretically, train footmen of Harad levies here. We can't right now because we don't have the population. So we're going to, lower the taxes like we always do. We can retrain local mercs here, but I'm not going to worry about that. Maybe I'll leave, this unit of 55 men behind as a garrison, and we can take everybody else out. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, public order's totally fine. So yeah, let's retrain. Yeah, insufficient funds. Okay, that is going to be a problem for us. But we're going to get this. And we are about to relieve the siege of Lug here.
Orders. Engage the enemy.
Okay, and they are going to stick around. This is the heir. I'm not too worried about this guy, because I'm pretty sure they have other family members. Alright, very nasty terrain here.
Units for disband. Units, march.
Okay, so we'll do a few ranks of archers like that.
Units, march.
Let's do the footmen in between.
Units, move out, move out. Horsemen, forward, stand and fight. Bodyguard, march, stand and fight. Move out, march. Move.
Okay, I think that's fine.
Units, form up.
We are attacking, so they're going to be, I guess, straight ahead.
New troops have arrived on the battlefield. Send them
Okay.
to the point of crisis.
So let's just inch forward. Oh, I hate that. Okay,
Units,
there we go. That should do it. No? Sometimes the game is weird with groups, so let's... You know what? Let's just group these guys. That's going to be the main group anyway, and this... Yeah. That should work. Okay, we're going to go like that. Just a little bit close enough to hit the watchman, and maybe pull some cavalry if we can. I'm not going to do too much with my cav until they commit theirs. Wow, they're gonna rush right in. Okay. All right. I didn't expect that from the horse archers, but I'll take it. Absolutely. Okay, and they're gonna maybe pull out. Let's see if we can tangle up this guy. Yeah, he's pursuing somebody. All right, let's send this guy in. And maybe now we'll go after after the other units. I should have been faster with that, actually, now that I think of it. Alright. General's gonna rout. Now, we're not gonna catch the cav, but we can put away the nomadic watchmen pretty easily with our horse archers. Or just make them rout. Yeah, horse archers are firing at them from over there. Great stuff. Nice.
Smile upon you today. The enemy general has been killed and his men lose heart.
All right, we didn't even need to really close with them.
Chase them from the field and give them no rest or pity.
All right, 74. So some of those cav are going to get away. I think it's mostly the melee cav, the Variag riders. All right.
Is ours, mighty one. Orders, orders.
So yeah, we'll just keep coming back.
Out of moves, great.
And this is the new heir, Fan of the Kandian Southlands. And then we can bring in some other mercenaries too. Let's do that. He can get there in a turn. The other guys, maybe we'll bring these swordings up. But that's all we can do at the moment. What is this? 5 seasons away. And yeah, they keep having trouble here.
I kill to please.
Okay, we'll see what they do. They're going to hit me. Yep. So this is a new guy. This is another noble. I'm going to make a little save here, just in the interest of avoiding maybe a crash. And then they've got the garrison inside the fort. So now that I know that the way these forts are set up, it's very rare that I fight. Or it's been a while, I should say, since I've fought this particular fort configuration. These are, I think, the only two that are Haradrian-style forts on the map. There's some Gondorian ones, the Dunedainic permanent fortifications. Those are actually fairly straightforward to assault. And there's like a couple Northman versions, too. Okay. Okay, right, we're defending. So there's the fort down there. That's where the garrison is coming from. And up here, oh, we get a great little hill. So here's the family member. Okay, so let's do that. Archer's right up here. Alright, I just want to grab you all. I don't really want to put them in front of the archers, because they're taller. We've got no infantry. I think this is going to be pretty fine. You know, we're going to lose some ranged.
Units form up. Units, move out.
Enemy reinforcements have arrived in battle.
Stand and fight. Move out.
So there they are. There's Umbar back behind us with the port just north of it. There's the fort way down there. Harumbar Fortress. on the other side of the fjord, or the firth, which is basically the same thing, I think, right? Isn't firth just another language's version of fjord? All right, we're hitting them from here. We're taking out that swords unit, which is great. And the Serpent Black. Wow. If you want to stop them from trying to outflank you, you do that. Just reposition, and they take advantage of how you're moving. All right, so this cav, I guess that's going to be the problem. Let's just hold off. We'll throw javelins. Nice. Yeah, they might rout before they get to the line.
Chase them from the field and give them no rest or pity.
Alright, let's get the light cav after the bodyguard. Let's get everybody else back here. Oh, okay, we didn't even really...
The enemy general has been killed and his men lose heart.
So it's this. Corsair archers, Harad riders. Got a couple of other infantry units down there. Right, so all you guys need to run. Okay, don't chase them anymore. So that is their general unit. Skirmishers, skirmishers, swords, and bows, and I think there's something else way back there. I think it's the Umbar Guard, or maybe it's spearmen. We got plenty of arrows left, though. This is really good. Now, they may sneak up on this part of the hill, but I'd rather stay right here and shoot these guys. Okay, what we're going to actually do... Let's do that, because we can save some arrows for the other guys. The light cav should deal with them just fine. Just 7 men. They should rout very fast. Yep. Alright, great. So, will they stick around now?
Move at the double. Units dismissed. Units, move up. Horsemen. Forward. Ready.
They're technically attacking me, but they may not quite see it that way.
Bodyguard. March. Units. Units, move out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go march after them.
Units, move out. Units, march. Units, unit, march. Unit, march.
Alright, yeah, they're being real weird. The reinforcement army sometimes doesn't know what to do, so...
The enemy general has
Wow,
been
there's the
killed.
general.
Now we will see the measure of
Okay.
these
A little
soldiers'
bit further
courage.
down, we'll only get a couple of shots on the skirmishers, but actually I could send my cav right after them. Let's just use up the arrows, though. Alright, that is... I want to say swords over there. Yeah. Alright, so let's bring everybody down, since we're gonna have to do this. Alright, run away before they get to javelin you. Okay, so now it's gonna be you guys. All right. So yeah, it's gonna be melee down to the very end. Of course, you want to fight like one grand defensive battle. Oh, this is just skirmishers too. All right, let's just send them all. I could have sworn there was a sort of a heavy infantry unit with this army, but I guess not. Maybe we already wiped out all of the high-tier Umbar elites. Alright, there they go.
These men are perfect. They are running from the battle in terror.
Okay, so heroic victory. We didn't lose that many, 688. And wiped out, gosh, 600 or so of his men. I'm just curious about what we're going to heal, because we did take some ranged casualties there. Okay, so some archers, some red sand archers. I like friendly fire stuff, I think. Alright. Alright, Pin Umbar Fortress. The camera moves way over here, but let's take a look at public order. That looks fine. Yeah, there's like nobody in here. So we'll just occupy.
We're under siege.
And Khan has just switched to a different settlement to annoy me at. Okay, we have an enemy spy inside here. Runeko of the City of the Corsairs. Wow. This is 8, I want to say, or yeah, I think it's 8 eyeballs of subterfuge. This agent is as subtle as a shadow in moonlight and deadly as a chill wind in January. Oh, I don't know if that's from something in Tolkien or not. It kind of sounds like it, though. Alright. Alliance announced. Okay, that doesn't matter. We kept that retraining. Let's see, we do have a little bit of money left, even though we spent almost all of it. And yeah, we're making 1,200. So again, you know, the economy's not super awesome, but this is quite good. Athendad is really, really hurting. And this place doesn't look too strong either. I think there's another guy somewhere. I swear there's like another unit. Maybe it's this guy. Maybe it's this that was at the city last time. But the decision now is... Alright, who do we leave in here?
Orders?
Do I just leave 20 desert footmen? Because I'm thinking we head east with this army. Yeah, they will... That's no problem at all. Alright, so we're not going to be able to hit them this turn, but pretty soon we'll be able to go there. Inside Umbar City, we could take this army and move it west.
Orders.
So let's leave behind, see, I kind of want to keep like 1 unit of spears with me, and maybe these 33 will save to retrain at a later date. So what does that look like? Yellow public order. Okay, I think that's all right. We've got a spy in the city.
Attack! Victory is ours, mighty one. Forward.
All right, we can't quite reach them here. I know we could have done a trick actually with the cavalry guys. Well, maybe not.
Orders. My lead.
But anyway, what is this? Okay, so plainsmen, mounted skirmishers, and swords of Harad. So as you can see, you know, our forces are dwindling as we move along here, but we've got archers. I guess we combined some of our units of archers. But in any case, we've got enough to deal with this. And then we'll move over here. They'll probably have another unit by then. It's maybe going to be swords, who knows. And then we're going to have to deal with this ruler. But we're going to have 1 battle and then a siege. We're going to have maybe 1 battle and a siege, but maybe it'll be a withdrawal followed by, you know, something else. Like a longer siege. And maybe in the interest of, you know, self-preservation, we want to do this.
Watching over the troops. My eyes
Because there could be assassins running around.
unseen.
So let's put spies in the retinues of these generals.
My eyes are yours.
2 seasons for the mustering fields, okay. Alright, they're getting there, right? They keep failing, but they are getting there.
Your obedient
Okay, I've got this emissary that I keep forgetting about, and I was using him as a spy, but he feels not that necessary right now. Let's get down here. Okay, so there's a Harandor force. I guess, I keep saying this all the time, but I think this might really be it for Harad.
Assassin.
It's almost a shame, because they could be useful sort of as a buffer. You know, even if I'm actively fighting Harandor, we could take a province, gift it to Harad, move on. You know, if we can get them as a protectorate. But we're not making nearly enough money for that. It's going to be too long. So I think we just have to keep up what we're doing. We take Anumbar, we take Athendad. And in the east, let's see. Okay, that's 4 seasons away. Making 1451. We could go up here, like right now, and see if that pulls them towards us. You know, and it might actually be kind of a good thing. Let's get another emissary over here.
awaiting your command. To hear is to obey.
Orders.
I think what I'm going to do is just do that and see what they do. Because we can get down here pretty quick. If they insist on, like,
Orders.
assaulting or whatever. Actually, what if they attack us up here? Yeah. Alright, we'll just hit them away. Good. Did not have to fight. And again, I don't want to fight this army. This is now a different heir, and I don't know exactly where any other family members might be. We're going to get some more emissaries, and I don't have the infrastructure for spies out here. So that's, you know, going to be a little while. Let's do 1 more season. Okay, there's a family member, it looks like. We've got another guy. Alright, Karen Bad. This is kind of nice to have some family members here. Wow. Alright, there is a Haradrian army. It looks like, again, Harandor failed the siege. But are trying again, and this other army may have sallied out. Alright, 6 seasons and 5.
My lead.
Alright, let's see where they go.
For battle.
Alright, we could just avoid them. But I think I want to do this.
Besieging settlement, sir.
and maybe they'll come and hit us, right? But if they don't, if we're like 2 seasons away from the end of the Haradrian Empire, it doesn't matter, right? So let's... I'm kind of tempted to do the same thing here. Let's see where they go. Okay, they're not going to go right next to the city. Yeah, let's... Two towers. I guess we'll go with the 2 siege towers there. Now we're almost certain to be hit next turn. What I would love to do is to get this finished in this episode so we could take a look at our glorious Mumakil, assuming that that is what we need for it. Because maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so this is actually just a lieutenant. This is not a family member at all.
Awaiting your command. To hear is to obey.
Huh. Let's go into negotiations. It'll tell us who that is. I think this must be the king, right? All right. Well, we'll just sit here. We've got to play dumb. We're making a little bit of money. Let's see what Harad does. Okay. Oh my. They're not even bringing in reinforcements. This is just a straight-up sally, and they may win. So this is a noble. He's not the emperor. He's not the heir. They've got some really good stuff. Especially cavalry. Okay. I know I wanted the last turn to be the last one, but let's actually do this. Gosh, I'm very, very worried about this. If they do the right things in this battle, we will lose. Like, if they're aggressive enough with their cav, that's the thing. If they're a little slow and they let us get a lot of shots off, let us throw enough javelins, then we can beat them. Oh, gosh, I'm worried. It's weird, but if I were attacking, I think I'd feel a little better about this. Because they're attacking, they're naturally going to want to, advance and run down my archers and all of that. Whereas if I were defending and if I were hanging back at the right distance, we could probably make some more. But this is also a sally, so we don't even get the chance. Okay. Quickly now. You guys are good. Okay, you guys need to come right up here. Alright, actually, because this is a sally, the cavalry's going to come out the side. Alright, so we will get some shots on this infantry. Okay. This is still dangerous infantry. They're bringing out all of their heavy infantry. Spearmen of the Serpent, 2 units. The swords are pretty whittled down at the moment. So this is actually pretty nice. I think they are going to catch my archers. All right, let's get the general out of there. That's too late. They're going to catch my general. Damn. Alright, footmen, I'm just gonna melee. We've got to save the javelins. Okay, here comes the cav. Spearmen are fairly intact, 49, 61. Whereas the swordsmen by now are basically gone. Alright, again, don't you worry about that stuff. Oh gosh. I just don't like the look of this. There's the general. They've got another unit of light fast cav, which... Okay, it's there. Alright, what are you? Alright, everybody on skirmish here. We're just gonna sag back a little bit. Oh, they're all coming on. Okay. Halt. You guys are on skirmish, and then you guys are not, so we're gonna get ready to throw at the Scarlet Shields. Oh, are they gonna... Oh, they're not gonna commit. Alright, run away, run away, run away. Alright, that took out a good number, not a great number. We didn't take out all of them. And here comes the other cav. Alright, let's throw in them. Let's throw in them. We're going to surround. Alright, they routed one of my... what is this? The skirmishers. Okay, that was a pretty beat up unit. Okay, there's the route there. Alright, let's get around them. Is that Spearman of the Serpent? Okay, but there's not too many. These Horsemen of the Harnan will come back, but this unit's routing too, and the Scarlet Shields are routing. Okay, I don't need to commit my general just yet. Alright, let's follow the cav, though. I think I would like to do that. Let's see, are we going to capture the gate? No, it's a very, very weird situation here. We're half in, half out. So I ordered an attack into these Horsemen of the Harnan. Alright, we're killing a couple of them. It's weird, we don't really have the gate. So maybe this is a horrible idea. But we're technically in. So he's coming back around. Yeah, we can't capture that. Alright, so that cavalry is on its own. Alright, come on. Let's catch these guys before they get to the plaza. Because we could potentially take the plaza. Now, the general is going to come back inside. And we can't beat him, so I don't know what we're going to do about this. I guess we could try hitting the gate with a ram. That's going to take a long time. Alright, where is he going? We're having a hard time actually killing these guys. Well, this cav, I guess, is basically gone. We're just gonna let them do what they're gonna do.
Awaiting your command.
Alright, let's actually pull out, try to get a charge. I mean, they're sallying. Yeah, he's gonna get in. Shoot. if this were the tier 1 walls... Actually, he's having trouble too. Alright, we've actually got the plaza. Are we going to win on a stupid, like, default? I think we might. Alright, let's just send one unit down here then. Kill these last few swords, and then wait out the clock. This feels really, really cheap, but realistically, we should be able to, alright, let's get away from the towers which are shooting us. We should be able to dismount like one of these guys and send him up here to capture the gate, right? That's what you could do if you had an infantry unit in here. So it's a little, you know, it's a little gamey. I don't know why this is happening. I don't know why they're unable to get inside their own reinforced gates. But, hey, I will take it. So, heroic victory. And we didn't even lose that many men. About 100. And there were some very dangerous units there, too.
Victory is ours, mighty one.
Okay, Athendad. Now, I think we will want to lay desolate here. So let's do that. Okay. So they've got Anumbar still. They've got Ur still. But those are the only two places, and they're under siege. There's a nobleman out here. There's another loose army, or two. But we could assault Anumbar and take it pretty much at will. So they trained a footman unit is what they did. What does this army consist of? We could get a mercenary unit and jump in there. Yeah, Athendad brought us a decent amount of plunder here, so let's actually finish that plunder. We will destroy the hosting halls. This was a military settlement. Alright. Yeah, and I think we'll keep everything else. We may as well, I guess, keep it as a military settlement. Again, it's you know, it's not going to be that great, but it'll be... Well, actually, I think we may want to switch it over to financial. It's got ivory here, so it will be more useful for us to build like a third-tier market than it will for us to build, you know, hosting halls. Because we can get our good stuff in Umbar City, too. We can get our, like, tier 2 guys. Actually, can we? No, we can't. We can't get archers there. But we can here, right? And we are doing that. We got our... mustering fields. No archers here. Okay, why can we get archers down here? Oh, because that's tier 3. So let's... Yes, we can get our red sand archers here at Akasanabon, which I would like to do. But first, let's see. We've got a tier 2 military building, and we've got the Mumakil training grounds. Okay, maybe we need tier 3. Maybe we need the hosting halls to get the Mumakil, actually. Alright, fair enough. I was really hoping to see that. Oh well. We'll get it. We'll definitely get it. And we can actually build that right now. I'm gonna do it. 10,000 Miriam. It's, you know, ridiculously expensive, but let's see. Anything else we need to do? Alright, lower the taxes. Yeah, this should be fine. I think, you know, maybe I'll get that unit of mercenaries. Maybe not. We'll decide that next episode. But we want to take this to take out the ruler and basically claim all of Umbar. Because once that is done, I really don't think these loose armies are going to do anything to us. I think they're going to move back to the one settlement that they have and try to defend that. But there's not much here. Now, this army could hit, you know, this and beat it, maybe beat both of them. So we're not totally sure what's going to happen yet. But at the moment, really without trying, I seem to have the largest, strongest military in this area. Just by having, you know, a bunch of troops hanging out in Adabara and having a few troops slowly fed into Carenbad and having it as my capital, so I got some comings of age. So with all of that, I think we're going to end the episode. We got some work done, some very important work done. We grabbed both of the forts. We grabbed Athendad. We built up military in Akkas Anabon, and we're building in lots of our places. And the next episode, if all goes well, we should take Anumbar and maybe see the elimination of the Empire of Harad to be replaced essentially with us, the Empire of Far Harad, if you will. So hope you join me for that. Take care until then.